Hey guys, welcome back to the outside portion of our campfire cooking and our cast iron chef with Katie. And we're going to walk you through the proper ways to get our charcoal going so that we can get our food on the fire and get our Dutch oven on the coals and get this thing going. First, we want to talk about the charcoal again. We've got that Kingsford Matchlight. We love to camp with that. That way we don't have to bring charcoal fluid, which can be dangerous, and it lights right away. Usually we wouldn't want to use that if we're cooking with charcoal for food directly because it can leave a nasty taste. But when we're outside and we're just putting the briquettes on the Dutch oven, it works great and it doesn't leave any taste on the food. So great choice and a great safe item for camping when you're scouting. There's one of two ways to get this Matchlight lit. Katie, would you hold up the chimney so everybody can see it? So our preferred method when we light the charcoal is in the chimney. Katie's going to fill all this up with charcoal. We're going to tear off some newspaper or some paper. In this case, we've got Scouting Magazine. Get these every month, right? We're going to tear some of these up, crumple them underneath, and that's going to get our fire going and get that charcoal lit. The smoke column and the heat column is going to come up through the chimney quickly. That's why we want to use this and give us a whole bunch of briquettes that are ready to go at the same temperature in just about 15 minutes or so. If you don't have a chimney, Katie, show them down here. We've got our pyramid built. This is the way we used to do it a long time ago before we had the chimney. And we put our briquettes in a little pyramid. We light the corners and the sides, and we get a nice flame column that comes up through the briquettes, and we kind of have the same effect of all our briquettes being done. But we wanted to show you that, but today we're going to use the chimney. We don't have a fire going in the backyard today, so we're going to light everything on the concrete like we usually do when we cook this at home. And we've got some pans lined with foil that we put our charcoal on, and we ultimately put our Dutch oven on. We've got our 12-inch Dutch oven here as well. Somebody asked earlier about the paper towels. We always put these little paper towels in when we store it after we season it, and it gives it a little bit of a vapor break so that we don't have any moisture stored in there which can rust out your cast iron. So we leave that so we have good airflow. So we're going to line that with aluminum foil before we cook our breakfast as well. But for now, we're going to get our charcoal going. Let's get our newspaper tucked in underneath first. So with this paper, you just take it, you wad it up, so we light it. We're just going to stuff this in the bottom so it stays in nice and tight. We're not going to make real deep balls or real tight ones. We're just going to get some paper in here so it sticks and we can get this thing lit off. Shout out to our other kids who are working production crew today and filming videos and doing all these edits. I hope this all turns out okay. So thanks for all your help, ladies. All right, Katie, you can put that down on the safe tray there with the foil. It's not going to fall out. We've got it in there nice and good. All right, now you can just take your bag of charcoal and you can dump that in. We're gonna light quite a few briquettes in this stage because we have a preheat. This is one of the rare items where we have to have some preheat time in the pot because we're gonna brown that ground beef first and then move it out. So we're actually gonna light a lot of briquettes for this one. We won't need nearly as many for lunch and dinner. So Katie, lighter's over there in the garage if you want to get that going. We've got everything safely away from anything combustible, and let's get this thing cooking. Remember how to do it with the safety? Yep. There you go. And when we light these chimneys, we just light several of the holes where the paper is, and once that air starts going up through the chimney, it creates a draft or an air column, negative pressure, and it'll start pulling that heat up through the charcoal. And you can already see some of the smoke starting to come out. Just light all the way around there, Kate, if you can. Guys, as you can see, we've got our charcoal that's going here. We're going to continue to light around the column, and we'll be back with you guys in just a little bit when our coals are ready and we're ready to cook. So we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Hey guys, we're about 5 minutes in or so on the charcoal. That's starting to smoke. We've got a little bit of flame out on the bottom where the briquettes are a little bit hotter. But I wanted to share something with you about temperature control and Dutch oven that's going to take place in all of our meals today. So when we talk about how we cook our breakfast and our lunch and our dinner, you'll hear us talk about how many briquettes we put on top and how many briquettes we put underneath. There's a great guidebook, and I strongly encourage you guys to buy this. This is our Bible for Dutch oven cooking, or one of several that we have actually. But the basic one you guys can get is this Scouts Dutch Oven Cookbook. And inside, just a few pages in, there's a fantastic conversion guide that converts oven temperature to briquettes. So for example, our breakfast is going to cook at 425, and you can see that for a 12-inch Dutch oven, we're going to have, actually it's 21 and 10, so we're actually back here at 375. On a 12-inch, we're going to cook 18 briquettes on the top and 9 underneath. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, and most of your Dutch oven cookbooks are going to lay out the same way. Be back shortly.